If you're watching this, you may already feel it, that the America promised in ink and blood is not the one we are becoming. Here's the truth they won't teach you. The Founding Fathers would recoil at what is paraded as patriotism today. In the name of the Republic, anti-democrats now raise flags. In the shadow of liberty, tyranny tiptoes draped in red, white, and blue. A strange betrayal haunts our civic soul. Those who most loudly chant Founding Fathers know the least of what they believed. Let us ask plainly, would George Washington, who relinquished power voluntarily, align with authoritarianism? Would Thomas Jefferson, who called for rebellion against oppression, applaud voter suppression? Would James Madison, architect of checks and balances, defend minority rule over majority will, the silence of historical ghosts? And if they would not, then why do so many today weaponize their names against their values? The founders were not conservatives in the modern sense. They were revolutionaries armed not just with muskets, but with manuscripts. They dared to believe reason not birthright could guide nations. That power must serve liberty. That government derives its legitimacy from the consent of the governed. Their revolution was not only against a king, it was against fatalism, against inherited power, against inherited silence. Jefferson wrote, "Laws and institutions must go hand in hand with the progress of the human mind." That is not conservatism, that is civic evolution. Franklin declared, "The doors of wisdom are never shut." That is not dogma, that is democratic humility. Lincoln, heir to their ideals, thundered, "Government of the people, by the people, for the people shall not perish from the earth." Yet today, many who cry Founding Fathers reject the very enlightenment that gave them birth. This isn't just about politics. It's about whether democracy survives the century. If these words stir something in you, don't scroll past. Subscribe. Take the Renaissance quiz. Share this with one person who still believes in liberty guided by wisdom. Because if you're still here, you're not a bystander. You're a guardian of a fading flame. Let us not mistake symbols for substance. The modern American right, when it champions minority rule, gerrymandering, voter suppression, and autocracy, is not defending the Republic. It is dismantling it. It is anti-American in spirit, anti-Republican in structure, anti-democratic in consequence. It worships the founders as saints, then spits upon their scriptures. It waves flags but tears the fabric beneath. Democracy is not a tribal sport, it is a sacred trust. And it will not survive if we forget that the founding was not a conservative act. It was a rebellion against power, against stagnation, against blind obedience. The founders lit a fire, not of nationalism but of inquiry, not of conformity but of conscience. They believed tyranny could come wearing any crown, flying any banner. Their dream wasn't finished, it was started. A more perfect union implies imperfection, and the sacred duty to repair it. Enlightenment dies in darkness, but it can be resurrected through education, through civic courage, through truth. Reflective question, will we be the generation that lets the Republic rot in cynicism? Or the one that restores it brick by brick, truth by truth? Thank you for watching. You've just joined the Renaissance Spirit, a channel dedicated to a just, equitable, and humanitarian world. Here, we explore history, politics, culture, religion, and personal growth, from ancient Rome to modern America. Because the Renaissance isn't over. It's waiting inside those who choose curiosity, courage, and conscience. The founders didn't hand us answers, they handed us tools. It is for us to wield them or let them rust. A true patriot is not the loudest in the crowd, but the first to rise when silence becomes complicity. A patriot reads, thinks, questions, and stands guard not just at the border, but at the gates of truth. A patriot honors the past by improving the future. A patriot does not worship power, but bends it toward justice. A patriot respects law, demands liberty, cherishes equality, and never mistakes cruelty for strength. A patriot serves not a party, but a principle. That all are created equal, and all deserve to be free, vigilant in reason, fierce in compassion, loyal to truth. This is the Renaissance spirit, and it is the spirit of modern patriotism. Not to dominate, but to deliver. Freedom for all mankind. Live the Renaissance spirit. History has not died, only our understanding of it.